Let me leave you with a question that will haunt you long after this moment fades. What if your deepest betrayal was the very spark that forged the life you were destined to live? You came with open hands, offering loyalty, protection, unwavering devotion. You gave her the rarest gift this world knows, a man's wholehearted commitment. But like those who receive priceless things too easily, she failed to recognize its value. She misread your strength as weakness, your patience as indifference, your kindness as something she could discard. And when she walked away, she left you shattered, smug in her delusion that you were the fool. But here's what she never grasped. A king's heartbreak isn't an ending, it's a resurrection. Every wound she carved became a blueprint. Every tear tempered your armor. Every sleepless night was a silent pact with destiny. I will never be broken again. She didn't destroy you, she unleashed you. The part of you that doesn't beg, doesn't chase, doesn't waste breath on explanations. You didn't lose a queen, you shed a liability. And in her absence, you gained something far greater, a reason to rise, relentless and unapologetic. This isn't about revenge. It's about sovereignty. Your mission isn't to prove yourself to her. It's to build a kingdom so vast, so towering that she becomes a mere footnote in your legacy. No announcements, no grand declarations. Move in silence. Let the echoes of your growth drown out any half-hearted apologies she might whisper. Don't waste energy on warnings or threats. Vanish from her world like a storm passing through, and rebuild yourself, brick by ruthless brick. Remember, the man who wallows in betrayal still hands her power she forfeited long ago. But the man who transforms pain into fuel, who hones his soul into a blade, he becomes unstoppable, untouchable, a force that doesn't need to demand respect, it commands it. If you're done entrusting your future to someone who's blind to your worth, if you're ready to rise from the ashes with ice in your veins and fire in your purpose, then this is your call. The fall isn't your grave. It's the forge where legends are born. Every scar, a lesson. Every setback, down payment for your throne. You're not broken. You're being remade. The version of you that begged for love is dead. What remains? Pure, unrelenting steel. Let them laugh. Let them doubt. Your silence will be the last thing they hear before your empire eclipses their memory. Now, build. 2. Emotional control is your superpower. They expect you to break. They want you to scream, to crumble, to drown in bitter posts and desperate outbursts. Because when you lose control, you lose the game. But emotional control isn't just survival. It's domination. It's the silent declaration. You no longer hold the keys to my peace. Feel the rage. Let the grief cut deep if it must. But show nothing. No angry texts. No late night calls. No performative pain for the world to dissect. You're not a puppet dancing on her strings. You're a king. And kings move in calculated silence. Your emotions are weapons. Weak men hand theirs over to those who despise them. But you lock them down. Because silence hurts more than any words ever could. This isn't coldness. It's self-respect forged in discipline. You're not pretending to be okay. You're becoming the man who is okay. Without her, without validation, without looking back. She left, certain you'd collapse. Instead, you vanished. No weakness, no leaks. Just an unnerving, unbreakable stillness that forces her to question everything. Emotional chaos was her playground, but you're playing a different game now. One where mastery of your mind means mastery of your destiny. Every time you choose silence over reaction, You win. Every time you detach instead of beg, you level up. Every time you swallow the storm inside without letting it spill, you become untouchable. From now on, every move is precise. No wasted energy. No reckless replies. Let them wonder. Let them fear the quiet storm you're brewing. Because when you stop reacting, you become unpredictable. And unpredictable men? They rewrite the rules. You're not a slave to your emotions. You're their commander. And that mastery? It's what separates kings from boys forever chasing scraps of approval. If you're done letting feelings betray your greatness, if you're ready to own your power with iron control, then the path is clear. 3. Her regret is built in silence, not words. You won't teach her with arguments. You won't teach her by chasing. You won't teach her by flooding her with words she stopped valuing long ago. You teach her by disappearing, by erasing your presence so completely that the absence screams louder than you ever could. Her regret isn't sparked by your pain. It's ignited by your silence. The text left unanswered. The loyalty she once took for granted, now a ghost. Silence is a mirror, and when she finally looks into it, she won't see you losing. She'll see her own reflection, and it will terrify her. Regret needs space to grow. It suffocates when you linger, when you beg, when you orbit her like a moth to a dead flame. But in the cold vacuum of your absence, it thrives. This isn't punishment. It's self-respect. You refuse to fight for a seat at a table you built. Silence isn't weakness. It's strategic warfare. Every time you don't react, every time you don't reach out, every time you let her sit in the mess of her choices, you win. Eventually, she'll check. She'll wonder why you never called. She'll ask friends about you. And when all she finds is deafening silence, doubt will rot her comfort from the inside. By the time she realizes what she lost, you'll already be gone, too evolved, too focused, too unbothered to care. You don't want to be remembered through pleas. You want to be unforgettable through vanishing. Let your absence be your loudest statement. 4. Stop playing chess with clowns. You can't win a game rigged for your loss. You're here, playing chess, strategizing, calculating, thinking 10 moves ahead, while she's flipping the board, scattering the pieces, laughing like it's all a joke. You're trying to reason with chaos. You're trying to build with someone who only knows how to destroy. Here's the truth. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table just because they showed up. Some people exist solely to waste your time, drain your energy, and sabotage the empire you're building. The moment you realize you're playing a serious game with unserious people, you do the hardest, coldest thing possible. You walk away, without a word. You can't outplay a clown. You can only refuse to share the stage. Step off the field. Let them perform for an audience that matches their energy. They'll call you cold, heartless, arrogant. Let them. You're not here for applause. You're here for sovereignty over your own life. Stop explaining loyalty to traitors. Stop teaching vision to the blind. Stop offering royalty to those who think in scraps. You're wasting the finest parts of yourself on people who see you as entertainment, not destiny. Every second you spend arguing, begging, explaining, you shrink to their level. You weren't meant for tables where betrayal is normal. You weren't born to convince someone of your worth. You're not for everyone, and that's your power. Serious men are rare because they refuse to be everywhere. Walk away, not with rage, not with sadness, but with silence and precision. Let them play games with each other while you outgrow the entire playground. Let them drown in chaos while you build fortresses of peace, discipline, and undeniable success. The man who stops playing with clowns doesn't just win, he changes the game entirely. 5. Heal in private. Build in silence. The world doesn't deserve front row seats to your wounds. You owe no one explanations for your pain, your silence, or your rebuilding. Heal in private. Build in silence. Move so quietly that by the time they notice, it's too late to stop you. They expect you to collapse publicly, to drown in distractions, validation, or rebound relationships. They want a show. Starve them. Give them nothing. Make your healing a sacred war, fought behind closed doors. The only witness to your transformation? You. You don't owe Instagram updates. You don't owe your ex a glimpse into your progress. You don't owe the world a damn thing while you sharpen your mind, body, and spirit into something unrecognizable. Disappear so deep into your self-improvement that they start whispering. Where did he go? What happened to him? Let them wonder. Let them sit in the darkness of your absence. Healing isn't pretty. It's brutal. It's lonely. It's nights facing your demons without distractions. It's mornings when the world feels heavy, but you lace your boots and go to war anyway. It's killing weakness, one battle at a time, in the dark, where no one applauds. You owe it to yourself to suffer privately, so you can succeed publicly, not for revenge, not to flex, but because real power is built when nobody is watching. The world only sees the finished product, not the sweat, the pain, the nights you almost gave up. By the time they see you again, you won't need to speak. Your life will scream it for you. Your presence will be your proof. Your aura will be your apology. To no one. Healing is your responsibility, and you'll do it like a king, alone, in silence, without looking back. 6. Attraction is energy, not effort. You don't attract by chasing. You don't attract by begging. You don't attract by performing for her attention. Real attraction is silent. It's energy, the frequency you emit when you're no longer trying to be seen. Desperation? Neediness? Brokenness? People feel it, no filter. No fog can hide it. Your wounds leak into every room before you do, repelling what you think you're pulling closer. But when you detach, when you focus on becoming, when you genuinely stop caring if she notices, that's when the magnetism ignites. Your energy shifts from "please see me" to "you'd be lucky to find me." This isn't arrogance. It's knowing. The unshakable presence of a man rooted in his own reality. Attraction isn't manufactured through effort. It's forged through elevation. Level up your body, mind, spirit, and finances, and you vibrate at a frequency people can't fake their way into. You become rare, and rare doesn't chase. Rare gets chosen. You're not here to convince anyone to love you. You're here to build a life so undeniable that love either comes correct or doesn't come at all. This energy is self-sustaining. It doesn't crave validation. It doesn't flinch when people walk away. It doesn't shatter when someone fails to recognize your worth. When you finally master yourself, when you pour all the love you wasted on the wrong people back into your own growth, you become a gravitational force. Respect, love, and loyalty drift toward you without a single word. The ultimate silent revenge isn't posting, boasting, or begging. It's becoming. Leveling up so relentlessly that your existence sets a standard, not an option. Attraction isn't something you chase. It's something you are. 7. Become the man she can never reach again. The old you was accessible. The old you answered every text, accepted every half-hearted apology, tolerated disrespect disguised as jokes. That man is dead. He had to die for you to become what you were always meant to be, untouchable. Back then, if she wanted you, it was easy. You were there, available, quick to forgive, eager to overlook betrayal, hoping love would fix it. Now, you're building yourself into something so far beyond her reach that even if she tried, she wouldn't know where to find you. You don't heal by waiting for her to recognize your worth. You heal by outgrowing the need for her to. Your goals, your discipline, your aura, they've evolved into a language she can't speak. You're not trying to make her jealous. You're not playing games. You're in the gym before sunrise, studying while others party, mastering your emotions while they lose theirs, stacking wins in silence while they gossip in circles. Every time you choose growth over comfort, you build another mountain between you and her. Soon, she'll realize she's not just blocked from your phone. She's blocked from your future, blocked from your energy, blocked from the empire you're building with blood, focus, and ruthless discipline. She didn't just lose a man. She lost a dynasty. The last man who would have loved her purely. Now, no apology, no regret, no memory is strong enough to bridge the gap your evolution created. Become so powerful, so rare, so locked into your mission that when she finally understands what she lost, she can't even find the doorway back. 8. Revenge isn't destruction. It's distance. You think revenge means rage. You think it's about flexing, posting, forcing them to see your success. Wrong. That's weakness disguised as ego. Real revenge isn't fire. It's frost. It's the glacial silence that makes your absence scream louder than any outburst ever could. They expect anger. They want drama. Emotional men are predictable. But when you vanish, when you erase yourself from their reality like you never existed, that's when the dread creeps in. Regret doesn't take root when you scream. It thrives when you don't even whisper. You don't destroy them by trying to hurt them. You destroy them by becoming untouchable, by removing yourself so completely that the only way they can reach you is through memories, and you'll never validate those again. You become the ghost that haunts, not through hatred, but through indifference. The man who seeks petty revenge, he's still chained to the past, still letting his enemies control his energy. But the man who walks away in silence, he owns his future, his time, his peace. Nothing terrifies someone more than realizing they no longer have access to a man they once took for granted. You owe no explanations, no defenses, no proof. Your success is your revenge. Your peace is your revenge. Your unshakable glow is your revenge. You didn't just survive. You transcended. You didn't burn your life down to hurt them. You built a new one so far beyond their reach, they'll never find the path back. Distance isn't cold-hearted. Distance is clarity. The realization that you don't need closure. You don't need revenge fantasies. You just need to move higher, freer, without permission or explanation. Let them wonder. Let them chase shadows. Let them rot in the ruins of what they thought would break you. Final blow. If you're done wasting energy on people who lost the privilege of knowing you, if you're ready to let distance be your victory, then the path is clear. Disappear. Build. Outlast. And when they finally look up, you'll already be gone.